Humans of the cardboard. We have the final official set reveal for Quarter Century Stampede. All the YouTubers got the set today and opened everything up, so we basically know the entire set list here. It's very exciting. These sets can be really great, especially for more budget players, more rogue players who want to get into some of those solid decks and get upgrades, but don't want to shell out a pretty penny for it. So these sets do a lot to add really nice reprints to the game. So what's important to note is that this set is broken up into kind of like two different categories. You have like your two different pools. One is a 200 card nostalgia pool, and one is the main pool of cards. That's only 80 cards. The 80 cards are a little bit more relevant to modern Yu-Gi-Oh!, whereas the 200 cards are more nostalgia, older reprints, stuff there. What's important to remember as far as those go is the cards in the main pool, those 80 cards in the main pool, those are getting reprinted in 7 different rarities, which is really great because it means if you want to be budget, you can buy a super rare Fuelos now, or a super rare Fiendsmith Engraver. Spoilers, those are in here, or any of those other main card pools. So those ones will drop the most in price. Just because they're getting a bunch of different rarities. You can still choose to go after one of the higher, rarity, ultimate rares, collector's rare, stuff like that. But you can still just settle for a super rare just to have the card and have it playable at a cheap price, which is really cool. And then the other ones come in like only higher rarities, I think. Yeah, so let's see. Each pack contains 5 cards. The guaranteed platinum or quarter century secret rare is from the nostalgia pool, and the remaining 4 are from the main pool. So the nostalgia pool is going to be pretty hard to pull from, but we'll get to that. That's going to be a more like sexy pull, whereas the main pool is just trying to give you good reprints. So first off, you have to make note, new artworks. So I don't even know which ones are the new artworks for Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, and Red Eyes, to be honest. They have so many printings, I'm not even sure which one is supposed to be the new one in this set, at least. But still, if you want to, you want all the arts, this is a new one. I do think Veiler's cool, because I think Veiler's only ever had one artwork, so it finally gets this more enlarged artwork. Some people like it. It's not my cup of tea. I prefer old Veiler, but I love having the option. I love it that everybody has the option, so that's cool. All right, into the reprints. Let's go down the main list. To me, the main list is the most important thing here. So Mystic Piper, this card for no reason was quite expensive because it only had one printing. Esper Girl, kind of just an old psychic monster. That's nice for some of the new psychic support that's coming in the next 2 core sets, I guess, for us from now. Gaga Magician, that's cool with the new Utopia stuff coming. Not too shabby. Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon gets a new artwork here. Yeah, that's this one, I guess. Again, not my cup of tea. I guess I kind of prefer the first one, but again, everybody's going to pick their favorite. Some Atlantean cards, you see Marksman, Heavy Infantry, Mermail Abyss Lind, Mermail Abyss Pike. Those are all pretty nice. I think Abyss Pike and even Lind, I feel like, has actually been at a oddly high price, even though it doesn't even see that much play in Mermail as far as I know. But then these cards also nice. Atlanteans, to be able to get these guys in a higher rarity will be nice. Cyber Dragon Core, you can get a really sexy version of Core now if you want. I might look into that because I do love Cyber Dragons. Edgem Chain, that's cool. Some of the what deck is that? Chimera builds still play the Patchwork engine, so this is a cool card to maybe get an upgrade on there. Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit gets said alternate artwork. I guess is it just this one printed again, or is there another artwork? It says alt art, but okay. Black Metal Dragon. This is a really good one because this card only had 2 rarities. It had like a bunch of common printings and then like 1 super from an OTS pack, and that super was like quite expensive. So finally being able to get like a hollow version of this card, which is still a good card, and just in a better version is cool. Archfiend Eccentric, we've seen this card come up like here and there in very niche situations, but cool to see more reprints. Some Monarchs to pair with the new Monarch support coming in a couple core sets. Aether and Erebus, I'm pretty sure have only ever been printed in their structure deck a handful of years ago. So that's cool to see. Good for them. Lunalight Tiger, they are supposedly going to have some new support announced sooner than later. So that's really cool. Hopefully they can actually do some cool stuff going forward and actually become like a cool rogue deck. We'll see. But Tiger was definitely a big part of that, recently coming off the ban list, and I think only ever had a common. So that's nice to get an upgrade there. Crystron Quan, whatever. This is not the Christian card I would have expected them to want to reprint, but that's fine. Miscellaneous source, of course. Yeah, he's give him more printings. He's cool. He's scary. Apprentice Illusion Magician. This one's nice. We do now at this point have confirmed Dark Magician support for the deck try pack, I think is what it's called. Um, and this card is overall pretty good card that gets you access to Dark Magician. So I like it, and I know this card, even though it's had a handful of printings, has been a good card, to keep an eye on. So yeah, it only has 3 printings so far in like Legendary Duels, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is like still somewhat expensive. Next up, we move some more alt art. So Alistair the Invoker gets another artwork here. I'm pretty sure. I think he does. It's not one of these two. I don't know what that artwork is, but maybe it's just not here. Ash Blossom again. I don't know. Maybe it's just I don't know which one it is. But Ash Blossom, more printings of Ash Blossom never hurts, and being able to get more higher rarities for Ash is also really nice. We like that. Alistair also seeing like a little bit of a resurgence with Blue Eyes lately as a decent budget variant. Very cool. And actually has been kind of expensive because of that recently. I forgot about that. Sky Striker Ace Ray. I want to say this is the artwork getting printed, but it might be this one. I honestly don't know. I really don't know. My guess is it's this one because of the type of hollow it is, but I honestly don't know. But a new printing for Ray. Obviously, with the new support, you can get a new shiny Ray. Is very exciting. Danger Tsuchinoko getting a printing, reprint here. Fine. Utopic Onomatopoeia. Fine. Evil Hero Dusted Gold. This is a really nice one. This card has been like $20. It's pretty dang expensive right now. Nibiru gets his new artwork. This one I know is the new artwork. This is crazy. It's crazy to just go from this big rock to this and just be like, that's the same card. I don't know. I prefer the rock just because of like just the memes of dropping the rock on people, but I'm sure people will like this one. He is a lot more interesting here. I'll say that. All right, back into it. Sky Striker Ace Rose. I don't know if she had much of a price tag before, but that's cool to just help start getting your striker core together for the new support. Chamber Dragon Maid's a really nice one. I have the whole gold rare core, but this one getting reprinted does make me second guess maybe putting together like a much more tolerable core of Dragon Maid stuff, because I do want to mess around with them when their new cards come out. Ghost Mourner gets a reprint here. That doesn't hurt at all. That's really nice. Fallen of Albaz. Let's see. You've got new artwork as well. It's this version, I believe. He's cool. This is a cool new version. I kind of prefer it, actually. I like that a lot. We see Live Twin, Kissakill, and Lilla. I want to say Kissakill has actually been like a couple dollars, so that'll be nice. And you can even get a higher rarity if you want. Aluber gets a new printing here as well. Our artwork's not showing up. There we go. This is the new Aluber artwork. Some people are really going to like that. Yeah. Some people are going to be suckers for this one for sure. Incredible Ecclesia also getting new artwork. That's really cool. You can build like a whole new branded core with these all new artworks. Oh, that's a fun artwork. Oh, I might prefer that. Oh, but this one does have the dragon in it. Albion, I think, but and her sweet hammer. No, she has a sweet hammer here too. It's up in the air on that one. I don't even know which one I'd prefer. Astral Karibo in here. That's a nice little reprint for a card that's floated up. Kind of surprised Blazing Cartesia didn't get a new artwork since all the other forms did, but okay, maybe down the line we'll get it. Skipping one. Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle here with her new artwork as well. I could see people liking this one. This is cool. I like this artwork. Guiding Quem. Even Quem got one. Blazing Cartesia left out to dry. Oh, her bonus artwork is not in here yet, unfortunately. But will be sooner than later. Vanquish Soul Pantera with their recent rumors of support. That's a nice one for them. That card's been a couple dollars at times. Dr. Madlove as well. Based on the rumors, this card becomes a lot better for the deck, so that's really cool. Caesar Valley is also in there as well. Not as important, but still, useful, and higher rarities is nice. Dia Bellstar gets her new artwork. Let's see. Oh yeah, some people are. Oh my God, some people are gonna go crazy for that artwork. Good Lord, it's fun, man. It's a fun time to be a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Memento gets some huge reprints here. We see Anguish get a huge reprint. She's one of the most expensive cards for the Memento core. That's huge for them. Fiendsmith Engraver, absolutely huge. One of the most important reprints in the entire set, I would say. Molcharmi Foolos, probably the most important one, just because it's been so expensive. If you are a budget player, no matter what deck you play, you've probably thought about how this card could help your deck, even just as your non-engine pool of cards goes. And this is going to be huge. Even if you just have to settle for supers, I do not care. I might settle for supers because I'm that guy. I got, you know what I mean? Like, just to play it, man, just to play it. Blue Eyes Chaos Max gets an alt art here, which is cool. I think I prefer the original, but this one's still fun. Big chicken. El Shaddai Winda right here. That's fine. That card's actually been a couple dollars. Lunalight Leo Dancer, you can get a higher rarity on that. The Dark Magicians was like a $20 card. This is really nice for them. Again, Dark Magician support coming around the corner. Hopefully this card is actually like pretty good for them. Dragon Master Magia. Maybe this is another huge reprint. If you are a Blue Eyes player, I haven't known the deck well enough to know if you could afford it, would you play this card with like Ultimate Fusion, or do you just say like, we didn't play it for a reason, and it was just a coincidence that it was also crazy, crazy expensive? I have no idea, but it is still a pretty powerful card once it hits the board. So I do wonder about that. If it is actually like accessible for most duelists who do play the deck, I wonder how many will choose to jump in on it and actually jam it in. I'll be curious to see. Fiends with Desiree, not very expensive. Don't worry about him. Black Rose Dragon, cool, just cool staple card. No alt art on that. That's weird that like we got all these other like classic boss monsters with alt arts, but not Black Rose. Christian Phoenix. This is nice because I'm pretty sure Phoenix only exists in a common at this point, so that's a nice upgrade. I'll probably pick that up. Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon. This was another card that I did not realize got kind of expensive because it's Crystron kind of specifically. But yeah, this card is floated up to like $20, I'm pretty sure. So that's really good. Goatee of the Deep Beyond has been a couple dollars. That's really nice. Crimson Dragon, that's a really nice one. If you are a Blue Eyes player and you're playing like super budget and it stayed away from Crimson Dragon, now you're going to be able to get the card like super dummy cheap. So that's really cool. Number 11, Big Eye. This card has always been like a pretty expensive. So this card goes down a couple dollars. That'd be nice. Super Dreadnought, Rail Cannon, Gustav Max. This card hasn't been relevant in a while. I honestly don't know the status of this card financially, but cool. Gaga Cowboy. I was surprised to see like the cheapest version of Cowboy you can find out there is like $4. So cool. Good on you, Konami. Throw that in there. Mermaid Abyss Gaios in here. This one's awesome. This one's awesome because this card only existed in like a $55, I want to say Ultra, and then it's Ulti printing. Like this card has been crazy expensive lately. So that's a really nice reprint overall. Number 106, Giant Hand. I don't think it's been that crazy. I don't know. Honestly, I don't want to feed you the wrong information. I'm not sure where Giant Hand's been. Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. I think that card's been okay. Cyber Dragon Infinity. Even though Infinity has a bunch of printings, I was surprised to see this because I've had this card forever. This card is still like every copy is a couple dollars. It's crazy. Leerlust Assemble Nightingale, no idea to be honest. Ooh, Zeus with his new artwork. Oh, his new artwork is pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably want to scoop a copy of the new artwork for Zeus. That one's hard to pass up on. Eperly Noir, cool. Typhon is a huge one. Hopefully down the line we get a cool alt art for Typhon as well. That'd be really sick. Typhon's a big one actually. Typhon's been going up and up and up, and a lot of decks need to play one to out certain boards. It really is important. Hayate gets her alternate artwork here, which is cool. Funny enough, it's like right when this card has gotten like a little bit less and less relevant, but still you still probably play it, I would imagine. But that's cool. I wish it still like felt more like Hayate. Like this is just, the green, it's your wind one. This one, like you could show me this and I'd be like, I'm not sure which one that's supposed to be. Is that Ray or is that Kagari? You got the fire stuff. I don't know. But it's cool. I still like the alt art. Hita in here, cool. Trap Trickster in here, not huge deals. Extra Hero Cross Crusader, fine. Amphibious Swarm Ship Ambler Whale, nice little reprint, only a couple dollars. Asa, I think, is fine. Access Code in his alt art. Yeah, there you go. That's a cool alt art. I honestly don't even know which one I like more. That's cool though. Access code. Everybody should probably have an access code in the binder if they're a competitive player. Splash Mage in here. Lina. World Sea Dragons Atlantis. I am not sure how expensive this card has been. I mean, It was in what? It was in the 25th anniversary tin and Darkwing Blast. This card might still be a pretty expensive card. I honestly don't know. I know there's like no current decks that are really making too much use out of this, but it's an interesting card. Raging Phoenix has gone up and up. Actually, I think it gone down recently, but still was like over $10 the last time I looked at it. So that's really nice. Terraforming, Lullaby. Oh, are we? Wait, when do we enter? Oh no, they didn't. It's not even separated. Oh no, this goes crazy. Okay, we got to zoom. We got to start zooming through this a little bit faster here. Um, Lullaby of Obedience, kind of nice, just because it's kind of been a harder card to get a hold of when it came around a couple formats ago. Left Arm, fine. A Hero Lives, fine. Sheehan's Dojo, actually nice. I think this card's actually been a couple dollars. Onomatopoeia, Lunalight Perfume, Zodiac Barrage, Called by the Grave alt art. Oh man, there are. Ooh, it's the live twin one. That's a fun alt art. I like that. Um, Pot of Extravagance alt art. Yo, whoa. Is this Eldritch? Whoa, Eldritch Pot of Extravagance artwork is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Lightning Storm, alt art here, Cyber Dragon based, love that. Okay, that's some cool stuff. Secret Password for Live Twins gets a reprint here. Don't think that card was that expensive, if I remember correctly. We get Drytron cards, Minianis and Nova, both really good reprints. Seventh Ascension confirmed in here. That's so nice for anybody trying to play extra copies of Tachyon. They get to save a couple more bucks on getting Ascension here on a new reprint, which is so nice. Bone Party's a huge reprint for Memento. Metaltronus is a couple dollars. That's really nice. I don't think DDG was crazy. I don't think Tiding was crazy. Daruma Karma Cannon was definitely crazy though. That card was for sure like way more expensive than you'd think. Big Welcome Labyrinth sits here as well with a nice reprint. That's definitely a nice one for a rogue deck to make it more affordable. And Transaction Rollback. I'm not even sure I remembered Transaction Rollback being in here, but that's really cool. Okay. I thought I was starting to get confused. So it looks like the main pool. If maybe they don't, maybe there's like enough alt arts where there's like 25 of them, so it's like 80 cards plus 25 alt arts. What is that? There's 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no way. There's just no way. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I counted 23 here. So that would put it close, unless I missed one or two. With the alt arts, maybe the alt arts don't count towards it, and that gets it closer to 80 for the main pool. But still, phenomenal reprints in here, right? The biggest highlights to me are like Engraver, Typhon, Foolos, Ascension. Those are some of the bigger ones. There are more archetype specific ones like Abyss Gaios and some of the Memento cards for other solid decks in the format. But those other cards to me are the most important just because they're more generic. Like there's multiple decks that could play 7th Ascension and 7th Tachyon. There's multiple decks, a ton of decks even, that can play the Fiendsmith engine, and that now becomes hopefully a lot more affordable. Fool Loss, just as a phenomenal non-engine card, becomes a lot more approachable. The only thing I could even complain about from this set as far as feeling like it's been missing is the Dominus cards. It definitely still, I don't think we've gotten a reprint on either of the Dominus hand traps, and I know they're more specific to certain decks, but like, man, I feel like most competitive players will want to place that in their binder, and just not getting a reprint yet is kind of tough for them. So yeah, I've held off on buying Impulse because it's been pretty expensive, and with Fool Loss and Perulia, and you know what I mean, and the other Dominus not Impulse, Purge. Also, it's just like a lot of generic cards just to spend a lot of money on all at once. So I've been holding off on it. That would have been a really nice addition here. Hopefully that gets a reprint sooner than later. But overall, I can't complain. There's a ton of value in here. I mean, even out of these 105 cards, there's either an alt art, which is exciting in its own right? Even though it may not be the most valuable card, there's going to be a good amount of players that will prefer it. So I like it. Aside from that, once you get past like the actual cards that like are pretty good value, like, you know what I mean? Like $4 or more a card prior to the reprint, you're only talking. It felt like there's only a minority of cards that don't fall into those categories. So it feels like every pack you should be pulling something like pretty decent. At least early on until you start getting duplicates and stuff. But really exciting, honestly. I love it. I think it's a really cool idea. I love the way it's looking. I'm not going to go in through all of the nostalgia pool. There's so many cards in there, and that's way more like strict market watchy. I'm more. This is a more like competitive adjacent channel. So I want to talk about the stuff that was more relevant for modern format and being able to pick up good reprints and get good value and stuff. But yeah, there's obviously a ton of more stuff you can dive into from the nostalgia pool that I would have no idea where the value lies on those. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below on this. How does this set hit you? Are you really excited for it? Do you think it's a little bit underwhelming? What feels like it's missing? What feels like they nailed? I'd love to hear just your overall reviews on this set with the reviews out. And yeah, just let me know in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep you up to date on all things Yu-Gi-Oh! News going forward. Thanks for watching. Peace.